Jeremy Noller back with more minutes of Jack DeJohnette. Last summer I put on a concert in Seoul featuring the compositions of Jack DeJohnette. While searching for material for the concert, I discovered many DeJohnette albums that I had previously missed. One of those albums was Untitled by the Directions Band, released on ECM in 1976. The tune that caught my ear was Flying Spirits, a DeJohnette composition phrased mostly in 13, or 7/4 plus 6/4, with occasional extended 7/4 phrases. One of these 7 phrases was the inspiration for Minute of Drums episode 37. If you try to count along to the introduction of this track, you'll notice that DeJohnette's playing is mostly in 7 with a bar of 6 thrown in here and there. He eventually falls into 7 with the band, and that's where the melody begins. I'm not going to deal with the shifting meter in this lesson, but I highly recommend you give this track a listen. DeJohnette is a master at flowing between meters and making it all feel natural. Now, I want to take this 7 phrase and show you how you can use it to break up your phrasing in 4/4. This is a device that DeJohnette uses frequently, which gives his comping an unpredictable flow. I first became aware of this when I was studying with John Riley. We were working on the transcription of DeJohnette's Picture 3 from the Beyond Bop Drumming book, and Riley pointed out that the comping for at least the first few lines fit perfectly over 7. Was DeJohnette likely thinking in 7 while he played the tune in 4? Probably not. It's more likely that his experience playing in odd meters allowed him to hear different phrases over 4/4. Using the phrase from the original Minute of Drums lesson, this is exactly what I'm going to help you work on. Okay, enough talking. Let's play. Before you just try throwing this complicated comping phrase over 4, try this exercise to help you internalize the 7/4 phrase. I'm going to reduce the comping phrase to a basic 7-count ostinato with a bass drum hit on 1, a snare on the end of 2, and another bass drum on 6. I'll play this over 4/4 with a steady ride pattern and the hi-hat on 2 and 4. This part is key. While it may go against the style of DeJohnette's phrase, it will help you to have a reference in 4 to hear the 7-count phrase against. I'll count this off and start on beat 1. I'll get through the 7-count phrase twice and have 2 counts left over to finish the 4-bar or 16-count phrase. I'll simply mark those extra 2 counts on the bass and snare. To make sure you hear the 4-bar phrase, I will also mark that each time with a crash on 1. Check it out. Play this phrase for a while before you jump into the transcribed phrase. Ideally, you want to get to the point that you are thinking in 4 and simply hearing the 7 phrase over the bar line. Now check out the transcribed phrase in the same 4-bar format, starting on beat 1, repeating twice, and with the extra 2 counts at the end of the phrase filled in on the bass and snare. This time, I'll start out with 4 bars of swing time and alternate with the 4-bar comping phrase. Another way you can superimpose this 7 phrase over 4 bars of 4/4 is to start the phrase on beat 3 of the first measure. This moves our 2 extra counts to the beginning of the phrase so that the 7 phrase continues right to beat 1 of a new 4-bar phrase. Check out what I mean. Again, I'm keeping a steady ride and the hi-hat going, but this time I'll simply add a bass drum on beat 1 to remind you of the extra 2 counts at the beginning of the phrase. Remember, the 7 phrase will start on beat 3. I'll keep the crash on beat 1 for each 4-bar phrase. Now that you have this phrase in your head, try the full transcription starting on beat 3. I'll start with 4 bars of swing time and alternate with the comping phrase. This concept takes time to internalize, so be patient. If you're thinking hard about the counts, then this isn't going to sound musical. You need to be able to hear these phrases without overthinking to be able to apply them naturally. Take those basic ostinatos and come up with comping variations to challenge yourself with. The more mileage, the better. Enjoy the work.